Good morning.
Hey, you're live.
Morning.
Good morning.
Do I have approval of the tentative agenda?
I would like to consider moving item number 5 on the possible closed session to after item number 9. So that it's at the end, if that's okay. That way people don't have to like leave the meeting and then come back.
Okay.
You okay with that?
Sounds good.
Yep.
So Adam, does that work for you? Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the one change of moving item 5. The possible closed session to after item 9.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Alrighty, approval of the minutes of the last meeting. Would you mind reading those, please?
January 26th, 2026. Chairperson Bosch called the regular meeting of the Wright County Board of Supervisors to order at 9 a.m. Members present were Clues, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Lukes to approve the tentative agenda. Motion carries. Minutes of the last regular meeting of January 19th, 2026 were read and approved. Approved claims for payment. In open forum, Heather Christensen was congratulated for 20 years of service to Wright County. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Clues to approve the liquor license for Oakdale chapter of the Isaac Walton League of America. Motion carries. Motion by Clues and second by Rasmussen to receive the 2025 Wright County Comprehensive Plan. Motion carries. Motion by Clues and second by Ellis to publish the 2025 Wright County Comprehensive Plan in the February 4th paper and hold a public hearing on February 16th at 9 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. Motion carries. Motion by Clues and second by Rasmussen to receive the semi-annual report from the Wright County Treasurer. Motion carries. Adam Clements, Wright County Engineer, presented the 2880 agreement for road maintenance for the city of Woolstock. Motion by Clues and second by Rasmussen to approve the 2880 agreement with the city of Woolstock for county road maintenance on secondary road extensions inside the corporate limits of Woolstock. Motion carries. Clements gave an update on the secondary roads department. Motion by Clues and second by Rasmussen to adjourn the meeting. Motion carries.
Any additions or corrections? We stand approved as read. Claims have been around. Open forum for public input. Okay. Adam. Consider resolution 2026-08, awarding contract for project FMC 009 109 55 99.
So we had a project last, 2 weeks ago, get let at the DOT. Like I said, I apologize for not getting all the copies to you. When I hit duplex, it didn't quite work out for me this morning, so, I gave you a copy of, the 4 bids that we got that was in that packet. A recommendation, this project is from County K or R38 on C25 on the north side of the lake, all the way to Highway 69, and then also the west side of the lake.
Motion to approve resolution 2026-08, awarding the contract for project FMCO 99-109-55-99.
I'll second.
Roll call vote, Dean,
Aye.
Betty,
Aye.
Lynn,
Aye.
Rick, are you there? Maybe not. He's on the. Okay. Chair votes aye.
The parent low bid was $1,381,305.33 to Heartland Asphalt out of Mason City. Matthew was approximately about 90,000 behind. Central Specialties is a newer company coming out of Minnesota, my understanding. They were at 1.67 million, and then Blacktop Service is 1.875.
Mhm. Got it.
Next item on the agenda is the City of Goldfield, 28E, for county maintenance inside of the city limits of Goldfield. We'll perform work on Davis Avenue coming into town on the northeast side, 210th Street, for snow removal, book for both of those. Dillon Avenue for south corporate limit, summer blading and snow removal, and then 210th Street from the east corporate limits to Davis, summer blading and snow removal.
Motion to approve, 2080 agreement with the city of Goldfield concerning, snow removal.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Next item on the agenda is the update, blades and trucks, very short update this week. Blades and truck doing sundry, so work around shops and with equipment. And then, work orders, 5 work orders are completed. We did have to replace 1 bridge rail, on a bridge, northwest of Eagle Grove.
Had been hit or?
It's been hit multiple times. So we're looking at trying to figure out a way to get a different structure in there, but it's very, very tight on the corner. Other
Is it
questions?
being hit by?
Manure
vehicles?
haulers and large semis. I talked to the landowner to the north, this weekend, and that's, what he has alluded to, that, the manure haulers are too large, go across that bridge. When they turn the corner, their tires are hitting it.
The trailing, yeah.
Yep.
Not bad.
They can work on the Belmont Bridge this week, but warms up.
We had them come out last week and do some cover up on that. It's gotta get above 40 to be able to pour concrete. I looked at next week, it looks like Monday and Tuesday possibly. So it's gonna make a phone call and ask them what their plan was. If they don't come in, we're gonna charge them.
That's not a big, very big window for them though, is it?
It just depends. Well, if they can get it in, I mean, all you gotta do is pour concrete and cover it up. And then we just gotta monitor the temperatures for 96 hours.
Do they still have the curtains and everything up?
They're ready.
Okay.
They got all the re-rod in?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, review and take action on health insurance options for fiscal year 2027.
Guys, you have 2 plans in front of you.
I
On the
didn't
back,
get any copies of,
Was emailed to you.
on the back side. It shows you. What we're doing from the current year till new year. So the first one. You're increasing the single side fund by $30, increasing the family side fund by $31, increasing the family plans by $14.50, and increase the single employee pay to $80. And that gets, Bob recommends about $472,000 in our side fund. And with all of those changes, it would be $473,196. So cutting it a little close, but. And then the second plan,
It's, okay, so that's the top, that's the bottom, gotcha.
the top is the old, bottom is the new.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, you would increase the single side fund by $50, increase the family side fund by $51, increase the family plan by $14.50. And increase the single employee pay to $100. And with the $472,000 that Bob recommends, this would get $497,916 in there. And at the bottom, you can see the percentages. What we're doing. The employee percentage of the cost to the county.
And that still maintains the formula to 25%, paying
Mhm.
25% of the difference,
Yep.
right?
I think we like plan option 4, which is the second plan, because it gives you a little bit more side fund. Just in case.
And then you can always load it next year.
Yep.
Now, the only thing is that county cost, the cost to the county. Did, everybody went out with what, 24,000 something, cost to the county, when they were calculating budgets. If we go with the higher funding of our side fund, will everybody need to do their budgets for health insurance?
It goes up about
$1,000 for policy on a family plan, and I don't know. I don't remember the numbers on the single, well. It won't be, single's not so bad, but a family plan. Goes up quite a bit.
Just keep going.
So this is the current year we're in. Here,
And this is for next year.
and this is for next year. And on this one here, they are increasing the side fund on both of these. The only numbers that are really changing is the side fund number is how are we adequately funding the side fund to cover the expenses? And so what it needs to be is our old plan had a maximum out of pocket 5,000 and 10,000.
Mhm.
And the new plan, it went up to 7,500, 15,000, I think. And so we need to make sure that we put enough money into the side fund to cover the costs. Now, the plans are gonna be exactly the same as we've seen them for the last, what the employee sees is gonna be exactly the same as what we've always seen. We haven't changed any of that. It's just the deductible. So we need to fund the side fund more to make sure we cover that from 5,000 to 7,500 gap if somebody hits the max.
So tell me
So-
again, how much we're increasing the side fund by?
The first one, you would increase it by $30 and $31, and the second one, you would increase it by $50 and $51.
So,
No, total, like dollar amount.
Oh.
By,
Well, right now we have about 444 deposited in it, and he recommends 472. Thousand.
this is the cost, yearly cost per employee cost. This is what the county's cost is.
so his recommendation is plan one,
Should
option
would
three.
increase the amount that they
Or
pay
option four.
for their
We
insurance.
put together two different
Yeah,
things, so
the-
you're
this one
either
here, or this
plan
one.
one, option three,
So like,
What's the
with that
difference
plan
between-
increasing by $30, you're getting a total of 473,196 deposited into the side fund. If you go with the option four, you would get the 497,916 deposited in. And he recommends the 472.
so
Depends on how much
you
you
want
want
it.
in there.
What is our site fund balance right now? You have a current cash balance right now.
So this one is what Bob recommended. Right,
So,
Bob doesn't recommend either. I mean, it doesn't matter. We put these together upstairs. He just recommends that you get 472,000 in your side fund.
okay, and we can get 473 by going with,
you get your pages fixed.
yeah,
Because this one here is the 473. And this one here is the 497.
497.
So the differences are, this is current,
Yeah,
this is increased $30.
Yeah.
This one's increased $31,
yeah,
and that one's the 50. And this one,
this one increases by $20 with no increase for the
This one-
family. Like $15 for the
Mhm.
family. I guess I like
I'm thinking
like
the
this one.
473
Yep.
and do smaller increments. And you said, what did you say? I wasn't listening, I was talking.
I didn't.
Oh, I didn't see. Hmm?
569,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So
And that's halfway through the year, right?
well,
Or
and
is this on a calendar?
it's
What?
the fund balance for that is, it's just a rolling.
Yeah.
You don't budget so many dollars in the side fund, it is just what it is.
Sure.
But there's 500, which is from when years ago, 500 is probably a lot, but I don't know. If they just deposited with, the portion, like this portion, and just made a deposit, or if they just paid bills. But anyway, I think I would go for 473.
Plan one, option 3.
Yeah.
Right. Is that a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
You gotta review it with me one day.
Okay.
Just-
Yeah. And
So-
discussion.
So this one here takes a single plan.
Yep.
And increases it $30. And to the site fund. And the employee is going to pay $20 a month more
And
on
that's
the
cheap.
on the family
Maybe
plan.
you can make that different too.
Mhm.
One of the singles to go.
On the
You know.
family plan is up $31
Okay.
to the side fund. And the employee is gonna pay $15 more per plan. So this one, the employee pays $40 more per plan out of pocket, going to $100. And you're funding it $50 and $51 more. So this one, you're funding the side fund more, the employee single pays a little bit more, and the family pays $15 more. And so the one that I suggested was plan 1. Option 3 is what's listed at the bottom.
All right.
And the cost to the county will increase from before 1,000 some odd dollars. Cost to the county on a family plan is 1,434, 1,434 increase on a family plan to the county. With that plan 1, option 3.
I'll call the question.
All in favor?
Alright,
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8, approve the liquor license for Oak Ridge Recreation Corporation. Looks like everything is in order.
motion to approve the liquor license for Oak Ridge.
I'll second that.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Alright,
Aye.
Aye, motion carried.
working.
All right, next item on the agenda, Aaron Budway, Bright County Economic Development Director, to present the Heart of Iowa Regional Housing.
Well, good morning.
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 You should have a handout that I made up for you on the part of Iowa Regional Housing Trust Fund. You need one, Lynn?
I got it on my computer.
Well, I made one just in case. I think the point that I wanted to address this with you is just to give you a recap, because you are a valid partner in this program with Midas and the Heart of Iowa Regional Housing Trust Fund. It should be noted that Wright County is the second largest county to be funded, other than Webster. Last year, we completed 4 projects. Those 4 projects were roofing, water heaters, porches, windows, doors, this type of thing. Realizing that if these improvements, if they weren't completed, there's a potential that they would continue to deteriorate and then become blighted and vacant, and then that in itself would eventually decrease the tax rolls and so forth. So it's an element of economic development, and it's you should be very proud, and we should be praising these little wins here. We did have the 4 projects for our county. They were, I can't tell you who they were, but one was in Eagle Grove, one was in Clarion, one was in Belmont, and then the other home was in Goldfield. So a good cross section across the county. We did have application kind of come in late last year, and that application, they couldn't seem to get off dead center. So I talked to Midas this morning, and I just wanted clarification. So they don't take that money away. They put it into our fund for next year. So we have right now $88,637 for these projects. The other thing, and everybody is here, if you know of somebody that needs some help, a lot of our marketing is done by Facebook and social media. But if you know somebody in your neighborhood or a friend or at your church or however, have them get a hold of me. Sometimes it's just like a water heater, or you need a new storm door or something of this nature. So I just really wanted to say thank you, congratulate you that we had this small win. So I'm open to any questions. I told Amanda, I says, how do I ever get to the supervisors meeting and get to say something? She said, well, here's your chance.
So our carryover funds are our local match, correct?
That would be your local match, and it's my intent, there were approximately 10 financial institutions within the county that were asked to participate in this program, and we only had 2 last year. With the board's permission and the commission's permission, I think we can maybe do a little, we can be more aggressive for the ask. So it always helps, but truly that 15,000 that the supervisors contributed, just think of your reinvestment into your county. I think that's the message that needs to be sent, that, you know, we are proactive and we're reinvesting into the community, because if you didn't, you know, potentially what would happen to those properties? They become blighted and they lose their tax value, then that decreases the tax value of the neighborhood. And we all know how our county operates. We operate on taxation.
The 2026 new allocation of 73,203, where does that money come from?
That is through the Heart of Iowa Regional Trust Fund. And it's the other key component. I've been visiting with our state representatives, Dave and Mark, or as I get the name wrong?
Dennis.
Dennis. When you visit with them, these are dollars that they appropriate. And, you know, when you have an opportunity to talk on point, these are, thank you for approving those dollars once again. So just like the public health and a lot of our programs, that comes from the state. And then that is given down to Midas, and then Midas in our 6-county area. But this is done statewide to every cog of government.
And then, so that it's just a trust that somebody has created down at the state, at the housing trust?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Next time I'll bring some party balloons or something. You know, we always hear about some of the doom and gloom and this and that, but this is a success. These are small successes in economic development. Yes, I could click my fingers and have a 2,000 person factory pop up, that'd be great, but it's these little successes that will accumulate and get us to where we need to be. So
Mhm.
thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Aaron.
Questions from the gallery? Okay.
Okay, so now we're moving back up to agenda item number 5, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Possible closed session in pursuant of Iowa Code 21.5. Do I have a motion?
So we just wanted to talk to the county engineer a little bit on, upcoming, contract and, some situations, and he does have an opportunity if he so chooses to go into closed session if he would like.
He sent me a thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll make a motion to go in closed session pursuant to Iowa Code 21.5 parentheses 1 parentheses I's to review the performance of the engineer and evaluate the professional competency of the individual, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. No action was taken in the closed session. Any old business?
Well, last week we went down to the ISAC statewide supervisors, meeting. I thought a good meeting. I went down, early on Wednesday and attended a, meeting hosted by the Sierra Club, for not only supervisors, but legislators, and concerned landowners. They had some breakout sessions afterwards. I found the information that was presented there, quite helpful. I was disappointed with Mike Plemish's, action on the Senate side. Basically, the House had passed an eminent domain bill, that was clean, which is what the governor had asked for. It banned the use of eminent domain for, CO2 pipelines. It did not, ban CO2 pipelines. It banned the use of eminent domain on CO2 pipelines. After that passed out of the House, it went to the Senate side, and, Senator Clemish, who is the Senate Majority Leader, is also, he had his own bill written. Essentially, he, amended the House's bill by getting rid of all of that language and, putting his language out there, which is now known as Senate File, 2067. Which has got some real, problems. Let me see, what else? We got to have lunch with, Senator Guth and discussed, legislation on property tax reform that's going through, not only the House, but also the Senate. And it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out. I guess anything else from down at the ISAC conference?
Just, they talked a lot about the 3 different plans for property tax. That the governor, the senator and the Senate and the House have. Sounds like the Senate Democrats have one that they would like to see, or no, the Senate has the 4% cap. The other ones are 2%. Of course, elections for any borrowing of money.
Right, some of the concerns were, exemptions, and what that will do to overall,
Rather than credits.
correct.
It said something, yeah.
So there is a website, Iowans for Tax Reform, has got a comparison, a pretty nice
Side
idea
by
of
side.
side-by-side comparison of the governors, the houses and the senates, so. I would encourage, those people out in the public our constituents to take a look at that. That's all I had on last week. Tonight is the, Iowa caucuses for both the Democrat and Republican Party. So in Wright County, the Republicans will be meeting at 5:30 at the Clarion High School gym. And the Democrats will be meeting at 5:30 at the Clarion Public Library.
Perfect.
So I would encourage, all voters to be present for that. From, I'm sorry, that's all I had for old business,
And new business, sort of.
and new business.
Okay, any other new business? Update on meetings?
I plan to go down to the State House on Wednesday to possibly testify at or at least present at the Early Childhood Iowa Subcommittee meeting. The state is talking about doing away with all local regionalizing, essentially taking away local control and so we're gonna go down and talk about what effects we feel that that'll have locally.
Perfect. Okay. Anything else before the Board of Supervisors?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
And I'm just reading minutes is all I'm doing for,
Okay,
so if you don't wanna recess, you don't have to.
okay,
Good week.
you
Thanks.
too. We don't need, motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign, motion carries. Minutes of the last meeting.
The Wright County Board of Supervisors met in regular session as trustees of the drainage district with the following members present. Lewis, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis, also present were Amanda Meyer, auditor. Other interested parties via Zoom are Robert Watts, Van Mitchell, and Wright County Monitor. Chairperson Bosch called the meeting to order at 9:19 a.m. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Lukes to approve the tentative agenda, motion carried. Minutes of the previous regular meeting of January 19, 2026 were read and approved. There were no drainage claims for payment needing approval. There were no drainage work orders. Meyer presented the following drainage invoices for the Wright County Auditor. Motion by Rasmussen and second by Lukes to adjourn the meeting, motion carried.
Any additions or corrections? Stand approved as read. I don't think we have any drainage claims.
Nothing else on the agenda.
No drainage claims. Open forum for public input regarding drainage districts. Okay. No work orders. And no invoices. Go ahead.
Motion to adjourn as drainage trustees.
My motion.
I'll second for that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all opposed. You're adjourned.